Hello, class, and my name is Angel Ayala, and today we'll be talking about what 20 items you will need to prepare for a natural disaster, referring to tornadoes, tropical storms, tsunamis, and our most recent natural disaster are wildfires in California that has destroyed a lot of homes. So, the first item we're going to be talking about is duct tape. Duct tape is an essential item you should have in your house, especially during windy natural disaster like hurricanes and tornadoes to stop windows from shattering and keep glass from falling off your window. Keep it more sturdy, pretty much. The next thing is sleeping bags. The thing with sleeping bags is it is a great essential only because if your sheltered home gets destroyed, then you will need a place to need somewhere to stay before you recover yourself. Seeing other people, or like uh, meeting up with FEMA camps or other governments. And the next item is dust mask. With dust mask, there'll be times where, like for example, wildfires, or maybe some thing where you're preventing yourself from either getting sick or getting anything consumed that you shouldn't be ingesting. The next thing is this is actually pretty important. It should be actually higher on the list is a fire extinguisher, only because the most recent wildfires. This could have having an extinguisher in your house could actually prevent it of a lot of fires, and sometimes just not having an extinguisher can destroy a lot of homes. The next thing we're going to talk about is toilet paper. With toilet paper, of course, we're all going to need toilet paper. We got to be clean, and it also reduces the chance of getting an infection after using the bathroom. So yeah, that's make sure you get a two ply, and you should also get a map of your city. Wait, so it's even though you know your city, sometimes you wouldn't recognize your city when it's in a devastated state where you see no street signs, no anything. And sometimes you need your way to find your way around the map. Another thing you're also gonna need is a can opener. Uh, it's mainly a manual one, only because one you're gonna have your non-perishable foods, and which we'll talk about later. And with your non-perishable foods, most of them is usually cans, and with cans, you can't really open them with your bare hands, can you? Uh, Number 13 is you always want to have extra clothes carry with you. If there's a fire, flood, or you need any need to evacuate your place of living, having a warm, dry clothes will come in handy. Or the other way around, if there's a fire, you may want to wet your clothes. You never know. Personal documents. Keep in Ziploc to in pouch to claim your assets. So when it'll help you travel with ease and prove your identity to receive help from government programs. For example, like I said before, FEMA camps. A multi-purpose tool. Um, that's not really. It's just I just wanted to put that picture because it's actually a pretty creative multi-purpose tool. But you never know. What you might need in a situation, especially an emergency. And multi-purpose tool is the perfect tool for a situation. We don't have to carry too many items. Number 10 is flashlight. You never know when there's a power outage during a storm or floods, or sometimes situations where there's tsunamis. Sometimes there's a lot of power outages, or even storms today, tornadoes, when they rip off your power lines or anything like that. And of course, you're gonna need batteries uh, to power it up, because you can't charge something and then eventually it'll die. So make sure you carry batteries and carry things that will use batteries, just so you can have a longer use of your items. Number 9 is of course food, non-perishable foods, so you don't go hungry when power is out and you can't cook. I also recommend if you do have a fridge and the power is out, and it's gonna be out for a while, make sure you eat the things that are gonna expire sooner before going for your non-perishable foods. Number eight, solar power radio. This is very important. I highly recommend this for any disaster, any natural disaster, because you never know the situation you're in, and it keeps you informed on important news and weather during a natural disaster, and to help you maybe get in contact with some people if you're stuck or anything. First aid kit, of course, it's a life-saving ability and allows you to assist someone injured or sick in case of an emergency. So you never know what kind of injuries you might had during these situations, but it's always great to have something to at least make things a lot easier. Oh, I never actually knew about this, but there is actually emergency whistles, and it can be used for help during natural disasters. Like for example, in a situation where maybe you're stuck somewhere, maybe you're in your home and you were trying to stay sheltered, and it collapsed on you, and you need somebody that you're calling for help. Number five is cash. Uh, Cash is not that important, but it is when you have no power and in your neighborhood, and credit and debit cards won't even be viable, and you need to wait a source of income. Four is your identification. You need it's your ability to travel and easily recover your assets, and you can be quickly identifiable, so you don't have to wait for you to be identified, and you can also register for help with FEMA with ease without having to worry about or waiting in line or anything like that. Number three is water. A few water bottles per day in an emergency for drinking and sanitation purposes. With Water is an essential part of your life. Without water, you can't live, just like food. So you gotta make sure you have plenty of water and plenty of food at all times. And of course, to carry all your stuff around, you're gonna need a duffel bag to store all your items in. And with all these items, just get yourself a decent enough duffel bag where you can carry your stuff around. And that's the end of my slideshow. So if you have any quite any questions, just feel free to ask. But yeah, these are my 20 items for just in case there's a natural disaster. Thank you and enjoy your day.